The holiday season is such a busy time of year for all of us. We really need to take extra good care of ourselves so that we can stay vibrant and healthy and enjoy the season, right? One way that we can take good care of ourselves is by starting the day off with a really good breakfast. It doesn't need to be difficult and it doesn't need to be time consuming, and you'll feel so much better. Now today I'm going to show you how you can make an individual little egg bake, and I'm going to make them in little individual ramekins. This dish can also be made in a 9 by 13 inch baking dish. You can serve it on a buffet during a holiday brunch, or you can cut it into little 2 by 2 squares and use it as an appetizer. You'll see how versatile this is, but I'm going to start by putting 1 egg for 1 serving into a dish that I can kind of whisk it up with. And I have a little bit of basil pesto, just about a heaping 1/4 teaspoonful that I'm adding to my egg, along with a little bit of water. If you're lucky enough to have some fresh basil pesto in your freezer, you are lucky. Otherwise, you can find it on the shelf in the grocery store, sometimes in the produce department. Just whisk that up. I'm going to add just a little bit of salt to it. And I've already sliced up some sweet potatoes, really, really thin. If you've got a mandolin, that's great. Otherwise, use your sharpest knife, get them really nice and thin. And then I'm going to just lay them in my baking dish that I've oiled a little bit so that it doesn't stick to the bottom. And these have to be thin so that they bake in 20 to 30 minutes. We just are going to bake it long enough for the egg to just get nice and firm. So I've got my sweet potatoes in there. I'm going to add a little bit of fresh spinach, some baby spinach leaves, and just tear them up a little when you put them in the dish. And then I'm going to sprinkle some sliced red onion over the top of the spinach. And then just pour the egg over. They're ready to go into the oven, probably about 30 minutes at 350 degrees, 20 to 30 minutes. Just keep track of it because you don't want the egg to get overdone. So this is ready to go into the oven. And when it comes out of the oven, it looks like this. And all I like to do is put just a tiny little dollop of sour cream right in the middle, sprinkle it with a little bit of fresh parsley, and there you have a delicious breakfast. Now remember, you can turn this into an appetizer when you bake it in a 9 by 13 inch dish, cut it into little squares, and you've got a delicious little way to treat to share with friends. I'm Sue Doden, sharing good food for good life 365.